In this video, I'm going to give you a full step-by-step tutorial on everything you need to know about merchant fulfilling products on Amazon to make money selling products on Amazon FBM in 2024. We just launched FBM listing on Boxum, and we want to make sure you're fully prepared to scale to the moon this Q4. Let's jump inside my screen and show you everything you need to know to make money with Amazon Merch Fulfilled in 2024. All right, let's jump right into it, guys. Amazon Merch Fulfilled for beginners. And if you want to try Boxum out completely free for analytics, FBA shipments, and now merch fill listing, you can go to Boxum.com and try Boxum completely free for 2 weeks on us. Take a look at the link in the description for that. So to start off, how Amazon Merch Filled actually works. Amazon FBA is when you ship products off in bulk to the Amazon warehouse. Amazon FBM is when you ship products directly to the customers individually instead of shipping it off in bulk to Amazon. While it does take more time to fulfill each order when you do merch filled, you are rewarded with quicker feedback on how your purchases went, as well as you can test later and you get faster cash flow. So a normal online arbitrage to FBA purchase, typically you order the product, it gets here in like 4 to 7 days basically, and then you have to ship it off in Amazon, and it's typically not available for at least 1 to 2 weeks. However, when you do merch fulfilled, you can get that listing up way quicker. So especially in the context of retail arbitrage or pickup orders to merch fulfilled, you might buy a product and be able to sell that product the same day or even just within a few days once it arrives from online arbitrage. And you just don't get that with Amazon FBA. And especially with Q4 fast approaching, when I'm filming this, Q4 gets kicked off in about 3 weeks. Merch Filled is going to be a huge thing to be able to take advantage of for quicker feedback on purchases, lighter test orders, so you can diversify across more products, faster restocks, and faster cash flow. My biggest month personally was about $80,000 profit, and over 50,000 of it came from just FBM wars. And that took a ton of time to do, but it was incredibly worth it for the extra profit and life-changing money I was able to make. Now, FBM during Q4 is really, really helpful. It's important to note, guys, that year-round, most listings, or at least some listings, you're not going to be able to do FBM on. And the reasoning on that is that when you do FBM, you don't pay the FBA fees, but you do pay individual shipping. And when you sell FBA, you do pay the FBA fees, and it's just a better customer experience for a customer to buy via Amazon Prime. They like seeing that Prime badge at the checkout. So Amazon incentivizes FBA sellers more in the buy box. However, especially once we get into like mid-November through early December, most listings become FBM friendly and stay FBM friendly through late December. FBM also just lets you restock items a lot quicker. Anytime you see other sellers selling a listing merch filled, you're most likely going to be able to as well. Every year, massive scale is achieved by new sellers just by hopping on good FBM listings fast and restocking them and keeping them in stock as much as they can. Now, FBM shipping templates, guys, this is something a lot of people struggle with. In my opinion, I'd recommend just keeping it simple. You'll build your own strategy over time. Or this is what I like to use right here, just charging free shipping for economy and standard orders, baking that FBM shipping into your cost, because once again, you do not pay the FBA fees when you do FBM. And then for next day, 2-day, and expedited shipping orders, I like the idea of charging $30 plus $1 per pound. Because when a customer pays $32 for an expedited shipping order and Amazon wants to only charge you $12, you just made an extra $20 profit on that sale, which is super powerful. FBM also allows you to get multiple unit orders, so you can get orders of like 3 of the same product. You can't really do that with FBA, or at least you get no benefit. Meanwhile, with FBM, if it normally costs to ship 1 unit $6, but it costs $9 to ship 2 of them, you probably just made an extra $3 profit on that sale, and that happens a lot more than you think, especially during Q4. And with merch fill, you can diversify across multiple listings. So if the same product has 2 Amazon listings, you can list on both of them at the same time merch filled. And that's a huge benefit, guys, as well. How to win the buy box merch filled. This is something a lot of people kind of, overcomplicate right here. Using the 0-day handling time in your shipping settings is very helpful to get your account just moving in the buy box algorithm. That basically means if you get an order before your cutoff time, you do have to ship same day, which is extra work, but also gives you a big benefit of extra buy box share and just more sales fast. This is not necessary during December, but it is really helpful to get it moving in the buy box algorithm, especially now in September, October, November coming up. And for the most part, year round, unless the product's really, really popping off. during non-back to school and Q4 times. It's important to note, guys, your account might not be featured offered eligible till you have a couple listings up for a couple days. Then you can check the buy box sticks on Keepa to verify that. Whatever items are in season, like candy during Halloween, slides during summer, everything in Q4, tend to be FBM friendly. If other sellers are FBM in listing, you probably can too. And a repricer helps immensely with getting buy box share as well. Review count matters way less than most sellers think. Geography, price, and delivery dates matter a lot more. FBM shipping costs right here. So this is what you're going to do when you're using a profit calculator like SellerAmp, for example. You go ahead and you don't just subtract the FBM shipping costs from the FBA numbers you see on the profit calculator. You actually have to scroll down and toggle from FBA to FBM and then put in the estimated FBM shipping costs correlated to the weight, like you see right here in this guide. For the most part, below 1 pound is going to be USPS, above 1 pound is going to be UPS. However, I'd recommend just buying whatever shipping is cheapest via just Amazon's shipping portal right there. Occasionally, Amazon's going to be super expensive. Always just split test buying on Pirate Ship is going to be really helpful for that as well. Just overall make your shipping process a lot easier right there as well. Now, FBM shipping supplies. So this is what everyone's using when you see those beautiful social media pictures of people sending out big FBM shipments during Q4 and back to school. Personally, for boxes, I like Walmart and Uline. Sizing depends on what you sell. If you just want to have some to prepare, I'd recommend like 15 by 12 by 10 or 12 by 10 by 8 box range. Honestly, you probably have Walmart pretty close to you, so you can get boxes pretty easily there if you ever need to. Staples works too. Really important to note, guys, just make sure that those boxes don't have any branding on them. You don't want to catch an accidental drop shipping violation right there. Poly mailers from Amazon in gray or black, 9 by 12, 12 by 15, 19 by 24 are going to be good sizes for almost everything right there. Free shipping labels from UPS. I believe they're like 4.25 by 5.5 right there. Don't overthink this, guys. This part's nice and easy, specifically of the equation. Right now, sourcing merchant fulfilled listings is really kind of confusing to some people, but it is pretty simple in general. The best way is just going to be storefront stocking off listings you see other sellers FBMing on, right? Let the market tell you what other sellers are FBMing. Don't worry about like, are shoes better to FBM versus FBA? Are beauty products better to FBM versus FBA? In general, just let the market tell you what's working in terms of whether or not people are FBMing a specific listing. In general, though, items that are above 20 bucks but below 1 pound tend to be a bit more profitable via merch filled, right? It all depends on what the market's telling you to do. It costs you $0 to test listing merch filled for 2 or 3 days to see how it looks. Now, pricing your FBM listings. In general, you want to keep it simple, matching buy box price. However, as a listing is selling better and better, get fancy if it's doing well. Test it a little bit higher, see what happens. And only go deep on a product when it's already proven to you, in my opinion, right? From a risk reversal perspective, right? Other FBM tips, buy online, pick up in-store orders are huge for getting stock to market fast. Same thing with FBM to retail arbitrage, right? Is really good to retail arbitrage to FBM right there. As well as always make sure you're running the FBM numbers on your profit calculator you're using. So for example, in SellerAmp, do not run the FBA numbers. You actually have to scroll down and toggle to FBM. It's really important. It'll be tough to get buy box FBM on listings with only FBA sellers. You want to let see what other folks are doing on those listings. By December 1st, pretty much everything is FBM friendly. And it's really important to note, guys, you can hop on listings in December and make massive progress FBM, which is super helpful. And some prep centers do offer merch filled as well. Now, if you guys got any questions about merch filled, please let us know down below in the comments. And you should try out Boxem for free, completely free for 2 weeks. I'll leave a link down below in the description to that as well. 2D barcodes, advanced analytics, FBM listing, a ton of awesome features coming on the way. I can't wait to show you guys some of these analytics pages we're working on too. If you got any questions, let us know. Subscribe for more, get a free trial of Boxem, and we'll see you guys in the next one.